Opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today we've got an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Panthers take over first and 10. Their own 28-yard line.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
It's Young on play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. That caught by Trimble. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This now a 3rd and 4. Young now from the 50. And that will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The Falcons send Jamal Agnew deep to return. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Looking to put a drive together. They'll go play action here with Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw, Penix. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Young will set to throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they just get the play off. Now Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here, and they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Panthers nothing.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Then as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On play action, Young. This is caught by McMillan. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Young. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Hubbard. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Hubbard again. And this time he works his way in. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A play fake. Now Penix. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
It's a loss
DJ
of 3.
Waddle able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here is Young. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Young. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
That's a love to run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
To the air, Penix. Into the hands of London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now Penix. That's complete to Mooney. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Penix. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. In motion goes the tight end. They'll throw with Penix. That one behind his man, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now here's Bradley Pinion now. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Panthers.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Young working out of the gun. He'll find McMillan here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
To throw, Young. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chuba Hubbard.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Falcons 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going? And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Looking to throw, Penix.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
3rd and 9 here. From the shotgun, it's Penix. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
There was a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Young now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
4 yards on the
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. 3rd down, Young from the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 148 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Penix going to sneak it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Carolina offense about ready to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Off the play fake, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now here's Young. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hubbard. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. To give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. That one deep for London. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Looking to throw, Young. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Penix. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Bennett's going to sneak it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Penix working out of the gun here. This pass is caught by London.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Drake London from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Gets by him at the 25. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And the Panthers coming out now.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard.
And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
48 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Right back to Hubbard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run, first level being the D-line, and linebacker second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll try to throw now. Young. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Young will set to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Young. Looking middle, and that's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble from 4 yards out. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking to put a drive together. A play fake. Now Penix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Short throw caught by Pitts. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And the Panther first down.
On the give, this is Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
He was brought down.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Ball at the 26, second and 7. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll throw with Penix. Kadarius Hodge has it complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now Penix. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now you're in range to tie things with a field goal, but they still have plenty of time to work for a game winner, and they're trying to do so. Nice job defensively to force incompletion there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Scorton in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Back to throw. Throw left side. There's London.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a first down, but the tackle comes in bounds. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Young. He's across midfield. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Young. This for all the marbles. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. One last shot for Young. Touchdown! So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.